If you could select, Barbie, one moment in time during your life that could allow you to see what might have been, which moment would that be and why? And if you could ask a historical figure to pick a moment in their life where they could see what might have been, which historical figure would you pick for this sliding doors experiment and why?
A moment in my life that I would change, it would definitely be during WWE, my time there, when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to leave or not. I was kind of at a crossroads in my career. I'd been there for 7 years. I kind of had done everything I wanted to do. I was the champion. I got to see the world. I was on the cover of Maxim. I was at a crossroads like, okay, do I take some time? Do I figure out what I want to do next? And I ended up leaving. And I often wonder, like, if I would have stayed, what it would have been like, because the girls now, years later, are like main eventing. They're doing things that we would have dreamed of doing when I was there. We only got 5-minute matches. They're getting 30-minute matches. There's all these titles. There's tag titles. There's 2 different women's championships. There's all these things for women now. So it kind of makes you think, like, what if I would have stayed? It's, I just feel like they're really pushing the women. And it kind of makes me a little jealous because we didn't really have that when I was there. So it just kind of makes you think what would have happened if I would have stayed. I feel like, Marilyn Monroe, I just think she was way before her time too. Like, she was young. She was kind of pushed into the spotlight. I've read that wasn't really her persona. Like, she was just like a down to earth, like, girl, and they just kind of threw her in there, and she just kind of had to fend for herself. And I think women at that time, was probably a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And I just wonder, like, maybe if she would have taken a step back or just like said, okay, I need to take a break, or like just kind of like, I don't know, because I know she got into like drugs and all this stuff and ended up, I think she passed away of a drug overdose. So I just think she could have had such an amazing career if she probably would have had good people behind her, taken a step back and kind of figured out what she wanted to do. And like, if that was something she really wanted to do, keep acting or whatnot. I don't know. I just think she could have had so many good things happen to her. I just wonder what would have happened if she kind of would have taken a step back.
Barbie, if you could pick one song that best describes a family member of yours, alive or deceased, which song would it be and why? And which family member does this song remind you of and why? Whenever you're ready, my friend, the floor is yours.
I know I talk about my dad a lot, but I feel like music was a big thing for him. And he loved Tom Petty. He has just loved Tom Petty. And I know when he was passing, we were playing Tom Petty, me and my sister, while we were laying next to him. And it's the song Don't Back Down. And it's just so, he was just such a fighter through it all. And he never wanted to see us to see him in pain. Years later, I saw like a medium because I wanted to like connect with him years after. And she just said, remember when there's certain songs that will play, that is your dad coming through somewhere where it's not even like that type of music, but Tom Petty will come on randomly. And it's just so crazy because I'm like, that's my dad. And I'm like, hi, Dad. You know what I mean? Because she's like, just be very aware that he's always with you. And those moments, just, talk to him, tell him hi.
Which musician do you select and why? What inspirational moment from your childhood would you select and why? And what would be the title of this song and why?
I'm going to select Tupac. Because Tupac, he was very inspirational to, his people and trying to get them to do the right thing and move forward. He has a tough patch, but at the end of the day, he just wanted to inspire people and inspire his people. My whole basketball journey from like elementary school up to like high school, because I was a smaller player and playing basketball. So most of the time I wasn't really getting picked. I did get overlooked a lot. That really just taught me just to keep my head down and keep pushing, keep pushing towards the goal. Even though I wasn't seeing the results right then and there, they were going to come. They were going to come. If you don't pick yourself up for the most part and like just keep pushing, keep going, it's tough. It's tough out there. It could be just laying people off, like, you know, Google or these big tech companies. Nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, hey, how you doing? You can't cry. You can't sit there and do none of that. You gotta get up and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tap into the tech world, start my own app. Friends is telling me, oh yeah, why are you doing that? Why don't you just invest in this? I don't want to do that. I want to set a trend. There's not really too many black people in tech. So I want to be one of the first one to start an app.
What's the best question, Ty, you've ever been asked, and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
I was over in Greece, and one of the reporters to ask me, what
city best describes your game as a basketball player?
You know, because he's like, you've been all over the world. You played in the United States. You played in China. You played in, you know, I played in Africa too for a little bit. So I played literally everywhere. Tokyo, because it's fast paced. Everything's fast paced and electric. Like when you go there, you see that a bunch of bright lights and everything like that. And I feel like that's how my game is. I'm going all over the place. I'm on the court. I'm here. I'm there. And then also, I think just the architecture of the whole of Tokyo. It's precise, but it's like chaos. If you just come out there and look at it, it's like, oh my, it's like, you know, it's all over the place, but they know exactly where they're going. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm lost too. So that's why I feel like my game is, you know, I always say I'm always in control, but it is chaos. You know, I'm out there going fast, but I'm already know where I'm going. I'm about to make this crossover. I'm just reading the defense.
Does it seem as if right now, Brandee, that the momentum you guys have right now, is that something that even impresses you? Did you even know the impact you guys had?
Here's the thing, like when you and I were talking in the green room earlier, I was explaining how the whole thing kind of came about. And it was a year ago. Phil Lamar, he had asked me if I could help him at a video game. And I was like, of course, I'll sit at the table with you. And for every group of 10 people that came forward for an autograph, every 7 or 8 of them started out with MADtv. Listening to these people talk to Phil Lamar, and I was like, how are these kids, how do they even know what MADtv is?
The
following week, I was at San Diego Comic-Con in 2024. And again, the exact same thing happened. Everyone kept talking to Phil, fanboying, but they would start with MADtv before they would go on to his career. And then it wasn't until Phil asked me to kind of go over some podcast for him. He's like, hey, can you just help me out? I get all these requests. And when I was listening to some of them, because there's some bad podcasts out there, I was why we could do this. And I just happened to have a coffee date set up with Andy Pease of DC Comics. Cure, and she was like, do it, run with it. It was a little train that could, and it was still like MADtv, because even back in the day, Aries and Orlando, we never got advertising. Fox didn't own us. They didn't give a shit. Nobody promoted MADtv. And so the podcast was kind of like that. I have like a Roku TV, and there's MADtv, and I'm like, wait, what? What's up? And then different links to where, like, even on Amazon, where you can buy episodes to watch now. And I was just like, finally, because I've been shouting from the rooftops to just shouting in the wind. For somebody to listen to me that MADtv mattered.
Who's the hardest Mad alum to drag onto the show?
In the beginning, it was rough. Because, I went to Dick Lasucci, who was executive producer for 9 seasons.
Yeah.
And he was hesitant because he doesn't like to be the center of attention. And I was like, do you want to co-host? And he thought about it for 12 days. Because I don't know I didn't know what I was doing. I just believed in this so much.
Right.
Sat on it for 12 days and then was like, nah, I don't want to do it. I'll just come on as a guest. And then I kind of did the same thing to Mel Collins. And Mel Collins and I'll just come on as a guest. But then at the end of every podcast, everyone spills tea like crazy, even, after, the microphone.
Sure.
And but then every single person was like, that was so much fun. If you ever want me to come back on, I'm totally here.
Right.
So I didn't have to bend anyone's arm or anything. It was just me simply reaching out to them.